Welcome back to a new episode inside the mind of Celeste the Stylist. So I'm going to be creating these new episodes as we're getting into fall, my favorite time of year, and probably yours too, whether it's pumpkin spice lattes, which give me so much life, whether it is the holidays or whatever really brings you joy during the season. Is wearing those comfy sweaters. I'm going to be just sharing inside of the mind of Celeste the Stylist, a different type of series of things that I'm loving, that I'm using, that's really helping me just in my day-to-day, and just real talk with you and I like humans. So with that, let's get started. So I wanted to talk about the 3 different products that I'm really loving right now, just in regards to my beauty routine. There's no affiliates, none of that crap. Okay, I'm just really sharing with you what I'm loving. And also what book I'm currently reading that's really has been helping me out so much tremendously that I wanted to share with you, because if you didn't know, I love to read. Do you love to read? I love hearing recommendations. So if you have a recommendation, make sure that you put it underneath on the podcast so we can leave a review. I would love to learn what you are reading. So first, let's start with the 3 products that I'm loving. So the first one is actually the Mizani Miracle Milk. It can be kind of heavy, but I really love it for if you have porous hair or like really frizzy hair or a little bit of a wave in your hair or really coarse hair. It's really, really amazing. It just works amazing for my little girl who has super thick hair to detangled. I love it in the salon when I'm doing highlights after all the teasing. It just really makes it so smooth to release the tease. So it's a really awesome product. The other product that I'm really loving right now is I used to use all the time, I was utilizing the greens from Pharmacy, which is a brand in Sephora, but they changed their formulation, and I don't like it anymore. It doesn't have the gel consistency it used to. It feels not like a cream. So I've been on a search for a gel-like cream that's really nourishing, and I finally found one. And it's only like $10, which is freaking amazing. I always love a good deal. So the other second product I've been loving is the e.l.f. Skin Holy Hydration. And it's a nourishing night cream. So it feels like the gel consistency that the Pharmacy greens used to have until they changed their formulation. And it's really good for dry, oily, or combination skin. So I love using this on the days where I've been out at the beach and I come home, I wash my face, and my skin is needing a little extra perk. Also because I've been walking more. Walking has been part of my new routine. My skin tends to feel a little more drier, so I love to exfoliate my skin once a week and just utilize the Holy Hydration from e.l.f. Skin. It's super amazing. It comes in like this little light blue container with a white top. For $10, it's freaking awesome. I love it. Even my husband loves it. And my kids, after we come home from the beach and we shower, it's super hydrating. It feels really nice. And lastly, the last product that I wanted to talk about is the mascara. Okay, so I've been utilizing this mascara since last year. I think it was in July of 2022 when I started utilizing it. My lashes are so freaking long. It's amazing. I love it. It has really helped to grow my eyelashes. Even people have asked me like, oh, do you get a lash lift? I did a couple months ago, but I always use the curling lash curler that really works well, which is from Shiseido. But the Ilia, which is ILIA mascara, is amazing. The sucky part is that it's not waterproof, but it does have like a growth serum in it. It's only $24. It's at Sephora, and it has done amazing thing for my lashes. I have straight lashes that go downwards, and they were super short. Now they're longer, so it really helps with my eyes, especially as I'm getting older. My eyelid is really starting to go down. I know I'll get to the point of time where I'll have to do something about it. But for now, just like being able to have longer lashes that are able to be more perky and prettier and fuller, just really helping my eye shape. With a droopy eyelid. So that has been working amazing. Those are the 3 products that I'm actually using that I am really loving. So now let's talk about books. So if you didn't know, I love to read books. Like, it's just a thing that really motivates me and excites me. So it's just something that I really love doing all the time. And I've actually have been reading a couple of books, but the one that has been really helping me. And let me look up for the title because I do not want to mess it up. It's actually from Young Pueblo. And I'll put underneath in the show notes, I'll put like the stuff that I like. So you can just go check it out and see what I'm talking about. But his book is called Lighter, okay? And this book, you can actually order it anywhere, but it talks about letting go of the past, so you can be more like present and connect with your today, with your present, and expand your future. And it just talks about his journey. If you've never read any of his books, he writes beautiful poetry, but also shares his life. So he used to be like really into like drugs and not a good headspace, and he stopped that. How meditation changed and saved his life, how he's been able to transform his whole life as a person just by letting go and healing, from the past. And this was just such a helpful book for me, especially right now in this season of my life, because like coming inside of my mind, like it has been really hard. Like honestly, like detaching myself from my work was one of the hardest things to learn. But really, like, having to, like, although my hand has healed that I can no longer really do foil highlights, like, I felt like a piece of me was ripped out. And when we do this podcast episodes, like, I'm going to be more raw and real, just kind of sharing with you my feelings as a person, like, not Celeste the stylist, but more like a little bit more into Celeste the human. It's so hard when you work at something, right? You probably have your service that you love to do, that you have worked so hard to hone in and to grow. And then that shit gets taken away from you. And it's nothing that you did wrong. It's not carpal tunnel. It's like literally this weird side effect from when I had COVID. My neurologist told me that. So I'm sharing that with you. It sucks. And now I'm having to rearrange again my business. And sometimes it can be so freaking tiring, right? And you're like, damn, like why, and other things that have happened in life, because life happens. We're all humans, and other things are going to happen that are outside of our control. And it's just been such an amazing book to just really learn that we all have past things, but the importance of letting them go and knowing that that's something that happened, taking a lesson from it and growing from it, or else it can like ruin your future. It can ruin where you are at today and ruin the possibilities of having a happy life. So it has been an awesome book. It's called Lighter by Young Pueblo. I really love it and recommend it. And this is a book that I haven't read like my other books. So I am the type of person, when I grab a book, let me know if this is you as well. You want to read it all from cover to cover, right? Be the accomplished person. But with this book, the beauty of it, it's like I read a passage or I read a chapter, and then like I pause and ponder about it. And then I go back and I read a chapter or like a couple pages, and then I'll write notes about it or write in my journal about it. Because if you didn't know, I love to journal. Like I love notebooks. Like literally for Christmas, like my brother-in-law, or for my birthday, they'll gift me literally notebooks for my birthday, because I'm weird like that. I love to write stuff. And it has been such an awesome book, and it's just helping so much with inner transformation. And I got this awesome question, which actually inspired this whole podcast episode that I'm going to start doing every week, that has nothing to do really with business. It's more about beauty that's working, or just inside of my mind, what's going on. Someone asked me, so I lost my train of thought. Shit. See, sometimes that happens. I can be a little bit airhead. You probably didn't know that. It's different when I do the other podcast episodes that have like already kind of what I'm going to go over. But this is like more like raw and in the real time. But yeah, so what inspired really this podcast is that I am right now in a season of creativity. Being creative, you get to have different things that interest you outside of being a hairstylist. So I love decorating, okay? I'm going to make this weird ass post on my page. And I know I probably shouldn't, because it'll hurt my algorithm, like people say, but I don't give a shit. Like, it's just like this really awesome episode of a remodel that my husband and I did. And I did the designing part of it, because I love designing. I get ideas. I can see like the most tore up, ugliest thing and transform it into something pretty. That's what I love to do. So I've been on this like a little adventure side of my creativity. And right now I'm taking a pause. So I'm taking a pause from working so much. I'm taking a pause from like having to do all the things to really allow my creativity like to come out, to let me show me what's next. And I really wanted to share that part with you today in the episode, that part of being creative requires space. I am not a person, as many of you see the videos and the podcast episodes and all the beautiful things I do really come organically, okay? Like I don't force things. If there's an opportunity, I'll jump on it and hopefully I'll get it. And if I don't judge myself and think I suck. It just wasn't for me at that time. So I really love space. Like space is so important as a creative, as a hairstylist, especially being part-time. Like I love it because it really gives me space to be creative, to do other things outside of hairstyling. And as we're getting ready to move, my husband and I were moving all of our kids to a new place to call home. I'm just like in this season of release. So I've been like releasing things and, like letting go of highlighting, letting go of doing my podcast the way I've been doing it up to this point. Really letting you more into like the way I work and what I'm actually doing behind the scenes. So I think it's really awesome. I think it's awesome to this new beginning. I'm about to hit like the 200th episode on this podcast. I want to say thank you to all of my listeners for all of the downloads, for all your DMs, for all your emails and everything. I really, really appreciate you because I've been doing this podcast since 2018, but I feel this season of shift and of change. And that requires pause and space to know what's next. And so if you are in that space right now where you're like, oh my gosh, like I need to change, something needs to give, I feel like this is no longer in alignment with me, I need to do something else or something more out there for you, I welcome you to have space. Space can be very different. It can be just going outside near the trees or wherever you feel the happiest. I know some people love the beach. Some people just love, like having time to read or just enjoy a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or just talking to a friend, whatever that is. But also have time for yourself, to be by yourself. I love walking. That's where my ideas come up. I love being in quiet spaces. I love being able to journal because I really feel when you write things down, you can't lie to yourself. It's one thing when you say stuff out loud or you think in your head, but when you're writing, it's a different part of your brain that activates, that lets you know so much more deeper what's going on inside. So today I'm going to be writing after work. I'm going to be writing just different things that are coming up and just to see what comes out in the piece of paper that I write. So as I'm navigating this season of change, I'm allowing space to not do things, to not be super productive according to the world, but to be super productive in myself, that I am taking the time and space for creativity to come. I'm not forcing it. I know walks are good for me. It helps me get out of my mind. I know journaling helps me. I know sometimes cleaning or organizing really helps me, makes me feel good. And weird ideas come from that as well, even from my videos. So that's just a little bit inside of my mind and what beauty things I'm really loving for the month of August. So I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm going to try it out and see how it goes. See if you actually enjoy it. And I'll be posting more of these episodes just to let you know behind the scenes into my life, behind the scenes into my creative life, like how I work creatively, what's going on in the business and how I'm making it happen. Because it's always fun, right? Like this podcast episode helps you, but also helps me to kind of understand myself even more. So I invite you this month to really explore as we're getting near the end of the year. I can't believe next week is going to be September already. Take time for pause. I know busy season is coming, okay? I know the holidays are heavy. Trust me, it's my heaviest month. It's when I make the most money. It's during the end of the year. But make sure that you also schedule time for yourself to take care of yourself and to embrace the pause. We don't always have to be doing things that are super productive, that are going to make us money or that are going to put us out there. Sometimes like the most beautiful things is to give yourself the space so that more opportunities, so that creativity can come to help you in life and in business. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you back here next week with Amy's episode. I apologize for not uploading it this week, but I'm still editing it because it's a video. So I'm just taking off like the and like all the annoying stuff that I do sometimes when I do a podcast interview. But it's super helpful. I love that she was so authentic and raw and really open to share more of her journey that I haven't even heard from her. So I'm just really excited to share her with you. But I'm just like really tuning the video aspect because it is going to be a video and audio podcast. So super excited for that. I'll share her next week. I promise. It's almost done. But I really hope you enjoyed this new episode today. And with so much love and gratitude, remember you matter and you deserve to take a minute or a few minutes just for yourself. See you next week.